Hello everyone! I am trying something different from my normal gaming videos. Today I want to talk about something I have thought about a lot. Who won the 5th Halloween heist in Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Spoilers for Brooklyn Nine-Nine Season 1 Episode 6, Season 4 Episode 5, Season 5 Episode 4, Season 6 Episode 16. So, before I tell you who I think won, I think that we should establish the rules of the Halloween heist. This is just my interpretation of the rules. 1. The heist ends at midnight. Whoever has the prize at that moment is declared the winner. 2. The prize must be the real item. Fakes don't count. 3. You don't need to physically hold it yourself. Your teammate or ally can hold it for you. This one is important and we'll come back to it. So now that we have the rules, let's finally talk about the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Season 5 Episode 4 titled Halloween. So in this episode, we have another year of the Halloween heist. The heist starts with the opening ceremonies, where Jake, Amy, and Captain Holt are introducing the rules for the heist and what everyone will be fighting for. The item this year is a championship belt, or as Holt continues to call it, a cummerbund.
Cummerbund.
They all move to the bullpen to hang up the belt to start the actual heisting. As they are talking, the lights go out, and when the lights come back on, the belt is gone. Everyone starts accusing each other of who has it. Suddenly, a screen turns on with a live video of someone in a wolf mask. The person under the mask is thought to be Gina. Gina tells everyone that she has the belt and that she'll give clues to those who complete tasks for her. She says that she has some baby things that need to be built. Everyone says they won't do it, but then they all rush to grab a box from behind her desk. Jake gets his box first and runs off to a side office. Charles walks into the room with him. It turns out that the two of them planned everything and it went how they planned. A few seconds later, Bill, or Fake Charles as he is sometimes referred to, walks in. He was playing the role of Gina for Jake and Charles' plan. Bill grabbed the belt when Charles turned off the light. After they discuss things, Charles betrays Jake and handcuffs him to a filing cabinet. He reveals that he made an alliance with Rosa and Terry. The three move the belt to the server room and hide it under one of the servers. They all then leave to keep up appearances. Meanwhile, Holt is sitting in his office seemingly putting together a mobile for Gina. It turns out that he had set up a pulley system so that using a mini pedal bike under his desk, he could lift the server, allowing his dog Cheddar to retrieve the belt and bring it to him outside. As this is happening, Jake and Bill are talking. Jake bribes Bill to unlock the handcuffs by offering to buy into the pyramid scheme Bill is a part of called Nutriboom. Jake signs all the paperwork and gets out of the handcuffs. Charles walks in and Jake puts him in the handcuffs. Jake then runs to check the cameras to get everyone's positions. As he is watching, he finds out that Amy had the belt because she must have switched out Cheddar and the belt, all because she sneezed. He then initiates the next part of his plan. Everyone is gathered in the bullpen when smoke starts coming out from multiple places and music starts playing. Then, a whole lot of people in Handmaid's Tale costumes walk into the bullpen and start circling. Amy then yells for them all to stop, and she walks up to one who happens to be Jake. Jake reveals he has the key to Amy's safe. Amy says that is impossible because her key was in her shoe the entire time. She tries her key and it doesn't work. Jake tries his key and it works, but the safe is empty. Terry gets a notification and says he put a tracker on the belt. Then everyone runs off. Before exiting the building, Jake stops and turns around. He then goes into the evidence room where he is then met by Amy. She tells him she knows that Fake Charles swapped the safe and brought it in here to break into the safe and hide the belt. Jake says she won't find it in time. She points to a box and grabs it, saying that the dust patterns don't match. She opens it and grabs the belt, spouting victory. Jake tells her to look at the inscription. She looks all worried. She reads the inscription. Amy Santiago, will you marry me? She turns to Jake down on one knee, holding a box with a ring. She accepts the proposal. The whole squad then meets at Shaw's bar to congratulate them on getting engaged. The entire time, Holt keeps saying that there is no winner to the heist. Now that you know what goes on in the episode, it is time for me to tell you who won. Holt keeps saying no one won the heist. My theory is Jake won the 5th Halloween heist. Based on the rules, especially the one about having the real item at midnight, Jake has to be the winner. Let me explain. The reason that Jake won was because of his help from Bill, or Fake Charles as he is sometimes referred to. Bill was the one who took the belt at the beginning for Jake and Charles, and Bill was the one who swapped the safe and hid the fake in the evidence room. Bill is the reason that Charles was able to betray Jake. Charles bought into NutriBoom so that he could have Bill keep an eye on Jake in the side office. Jake needed to get out of the office to continue with the heist, so he buys double what Charles bought from Bill. This got Jake out and Charles trapped. This also got Bill back in the service of Jake. Jake was able to use Bill again during the Handmaid's Tale deception part of the heist to get the safe and then finally get the belt. While everyone was focused on Jake, no one even thought to look for Bill. This is one of the reasons why Jake was able to get the win, even though it seemed like no one won. Amy only found the belt because Jake let her because he was planning to use the heist to propose. Another point that I want to talk about is how both Amy and Holt think they are the winners of the heist. This comes about in Season 6, Episode 16, titled Cinco de Mayo, where, spoiler alert, Terry wins the heist. During Terry's victory speech, he talks about how he manipulated Amy and Holt by repeating how annoying it is for Jake to keep saying that he is the only two-time Halloween heist winner. This caused them both to scream how they were the only two-time Halloween heist winner. Both of their claims are easy to disprove. Amy is not the winner because she didn't have the original belt. This is because, as seen in Season 4, Episode 5, titled Halloween 4, when, spoiler alert, Gina is the winner. Gina had ordered copies of the plaque, and she won by having the original plaque. Even though Jake, Amy, and Holt had plaques as well, the plaques they have were not the original. Now, Holt's claim is just as easy to disprove, because his supposed win is disproved by the rule about the heist ending at midnight. During the sixth heist, he says that he is the winner because he had come back later to find the original belt. He found it and hung it up in his house. His claim to the victory is based on him only being in possession of the belt, but as we established earlier, the heist ends at midnight no matter what. So Holt coming back later and grabbing the belt means nothing. Now you may be thinking that there must not be a winner then, because Jake wasn't holding the belt at midnight either, and to that I say, he still won. My evidence for this brings us to the first ever Halloween heist, in Season 1, Episode 6, titled Halloween. In this episode, Jake makes a bet that he can steal Holt's Medal of Valor by midnight. After a lot of failed attempts to get the medal, Jake ends up locked in the interrogation room. Holt comes in and says how disappointed he is in Jake. Jake starts telling Holt about why he did what he did and that all of his failures were planned, so that he could get Holt away while the rest of the squad can complete the heist. When it hits midnight, Jake says that if everything went correctly, Charles should be standing outside the door with the medal. Charles was in fact standing on the other side of the door. Now this still counts as the win for Jake. If we apply that to the other heists, the person doesn't have to hold the item at midnight to get the win. They can still get the win if someone on their team or someone who they are partners with has the item. So because Bill had the belt and Bill was working with Jake at midnight, this gives Jake the win. So in conclusion, the person I believe to have won the Season 5 Halloween heist was in fact Jacob Peralta. If you liked what you saw, please check out my other content. I mostly post videos of me playing games edited from my Twitch VODs. Feel free to subscribe and also follow me on Twitch. Thanks for watching.